What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over some everyday carry essentials. Whether you're new to carrying a gun or you've been carrying a gun for quite a while now, we're going to go over some things that I think are necessary if you're going to be carrying. You don't want to be that guy that's dropping his gun in the bathroom or being uncomfortable all the time. So there's a few main things that you're going to need if you're going to everyday carry. So let's jump into it. Now first off, before you buy a holster, decide which gun you're going to carry, you're going to need a good gun belt. These couple belts that I have right here are made for everyday carry. This is the next belt. I've been wearing this thing for probably like 3.5, 4 years. It is pretty wore out. I don't know if you can see this, but I wear this every day. There's maybe been 10 or 12 days in the last 3.5 years that I haven't worn this belt. I wear this thing all the time. It's been reliable. It's a quick adjust belt, so it has that ratchet system on there with a nice comfortable buckle. You can easily adjust it. All you do is hit that button right there. You can adjust it out, adjust it in, make it tighter or looser. And this has been awesome for me. I've also tried this Core Essentials everyday carry belt. It's the same width as my next belt. This one just hasn't been as comfortable for me. This one is a little more rigid. Again, it still has that ratcheting system, so you can adjust it very easily, tighten it up, loosen it up, and it's a very solid foundation. Now the main reason that I don't wear this belt every day is the buckle. This buckle for some reason digs into my belly and it's just not comfortable for me. I much prefer the next belt buckle over this one. With that being said, this one is a lot more rigid than this one, but that's the main reason that it's uncomfortable for me. I do know you can buy different buckles, but of the 3 different ones that I've tried, I haven't found one that's comfortable for me. It may be different for you if you're a skinnier guy. I do have a belly on me, so this is a little more uncomfortable for me. The other day I was thinking I should buy another next belt, but I'm thinking I might just take the buckle off my used next belt and throw it on my Core Essentials belt. They both have that same channel in it that buckle ratchets onto, and I have tried this. This is the next belt over here, and this is the Core Essentials buckle. They do coincide with each other. So I'm thinking I might just swap the buckle off my old belt, throw it on this Core Essentials belt, and that might give me the best of both worlds. I'll have the buckle that's comfortable, and I'll also have the core belt that's a little more rigid. But in my opinion, I think that's the first thing you need is a good solid everyday carry belt. These aren't like your typical belt, and I have carried with normal belts before, normal leather belts and stuff like that. They just don't have the structure and the rigidity that you're gonna need when carrying a gun. Next up is gonna be a good quality holster that's comfortable for you. For me, that is the Four Brothers holster. I am that guy that bought multiple different brands of holsters for multiple different guns. Nothing was ever comfortable for me. For some reason, about 3 years ago, I bought my first Four Brothers holster and it just fit like a glove. It felt really good.
That's what she said.
I didn't have any hot spots. It concealed very well. It had the retention I needed to hold that gun. And so as of right now, that's my go-to holster. I really like these Four Brothers holsters. This is a new version they just came out with, which is compatible with the Smith & Wesson with the TLR1 HLX light. This light is relatively new to the market, and they just came out with this holster for this gun. That's what it looks like. This holster will fit any Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, whether it's 9mm or 10mm, as long as you have that TLR1 HLX light. Now, as of right now, they don't have specific versions of this. So with this 4¼ inch version, M&P 2.0 9mm, when it's in the holster, there's that extra overhang. I don't know if you can see in there where the gun ends, but it is a little bit longer. For me, in my situation, I might take that and trim that off so it's not as long, but a good solid holster is paramount if you're everyday carrying. But make sure you go check out Four Brothers. They have holsters for most guns. Almost all of them are light bearing, and they have inside the waistband versions as well as outside the waistband versions. So they've got you covered. They have a bunch of different options, so you guys can kind of tailor it to whatever you like. These holsters from Four Brothers have been awesome. And yes, I'm talking to you, the guy that's in the comments saying, you're on the payroll, you're just saying this because they pay you money. I've never gotten a dime from Four Brothers. Yes, they've sent me a couple holsters, but I love these holsters. They're comfortable for me. I haven't had any issues. Plus, they're 100% American made. American products, made in America, shipped in America. Their shipping is awesome. It's not a 6-week waiting period. For the most part, their holsters are shipped within a couple days and you've got it within a week. I forgot to mention that in the description, I'll have a link that takes you to my website, and anything that we're talking about, I'll have more information so you guys can go check that out. I'll also try and throw a QR code up on the screen. So if you guys are watching on a TV or the computer or whatever, you can scan that, go check out the product list, I may even have some information over there that may even help you save a little money if you're buying something like this. Now this next product I'm going to show you, I've seen for quite a while now. This is the first time I've tried it out, and to be honest, I haven't tried it out for very long, but it's kind of a pretty cool system, and it's from Neomag. They have all these accessories if you're going to be everyday carrying, and it's in their Alias product line. So they have all sorts of different mounts for your holsters, and they work with all the popular holsters, all the different patterns. So if you're someone that likes to have kind of a system for everyday carrying, these are a great option to where if you have multiple different holsters and you're going from wearing jeans one day to wearing sweats one day to wearing gym shorts, putting your gun in a backpack, whatever the case is, they have products that will make life easy for you so your holster will work in any situation. So let me show you what I'm talking about. They've got this Alias receiver, and this is kind of the key to the whole system. This slides onto your belt. So when you're wearing your belt, the only parts you can see are the little overhangs on the front, and it's got a little release button on the bottom that you can release that holster. So this clip right here would replace the clips that come on your holster. That just bolts on there, and then it just slides in and snaps into their receiver mount. To release that, you just slide that thing to the side, it comes right out. So once this is installed on your holster, it's pretty quick and easy to snap it in. It's nice and secure. These receivers are adjustable. They have some screws on the back side. You can adjust it and snug that down on your belt however tight you want it. Me personally, when I've been playing with it, I like it a little bit tighter. Yeah, I do like it to adjust this way a little bit. So if I put it on and it's not in the exact spot that's comfortable, I can slide it forward and back. You can adjust it so it's not wobbling side to side or whatever. They've got these for a top mount holster like this one that I just showed you. If you've got a holster similar to this where the clips mount on the bottom, they've got these bottom mount clips, so you can just pull that one off, replace it with that one. And then when you're wearing that belt, you just slide that inside your waistband just like normal, and that clip just slides right down into that receiver and clips in, and it is locked in nice and solid on a belt. These are very easy to release. You just pull that little release lever to the side and your whole holster and everything come right out. Now the reason I mentioned that this is kind of a system, you're kind of going to want to buy into this, is because you're not going to be able to throw that holster on anything unless you have the receiver on your belt or whatever you're wearing. Here's what that looks like with that installed. Push that down and it clips right in. It gives you the same function as the normal clips. And they have a bunch of different attachments like this one. It's Velcro on the back, so if you have a backpack or whatever, you can throw this in the backpack, range bag, whatever. This can be Velcroed in your bag. Now you can take that holster. It's still got the same receiver on the front side of that. Drop that in there. Now it's locked in your bag. It's not bouncing around in there. It's all secure. Everything's good. That stays in your backpack, range bag, the door, you're safe, whatever. You can just pull it off at the end of the day, lock it in there, lock it up. They've also got these hard mounts that you can screw into anything, whether that's the console on your car, under your desk, whatever, anywhere that you want to store your firearm when you're not wearing it on your belt. If you're that type of person that when you get in your car, you want to pull that off and need a place to put your gun, you can screw one of these to your center console or something. You don't ever have to take it out of the holster. It can be nice and solid, mounted where you want it, and you still have access to it. If you're the type of person that likes to wear sweats or gym shorts or anything like that, that's not me. I don't go out wearing stuff like that. But if you are, they have this beltless receiver system. It's got these ulti clips on the side that you open up. You can slide that down over your sweatpants, gym shorts, whatever. Lock it in place. It's kind of a partial belt right there in the front of your pants. It's also got the receiver on it. So again, you can take your holster, slide that down in there, lock it in, and you've still got that same system. So it works with a bunch of different situations, a bunch of different clothing options. So it's a pretty decent system if you're that type of person that wears a bunch of different stuff and carries your gun in a bunch of different situations. I haven't tried this out for very long. I've only had it for a little bit, so I'm not going to give you my full opinion on it yet. But I thought that was kind of a cool system that would apply to a bunch of situations. Now, in the little bit of time that I have messed around with this beltless receiver system, I'm not a huge fan of it in sweatpants or gym shorts or whatever. I think with most people, that thing is going to move around quite a bit. I don't like concealed carrying when I'm wearing stuff like that because you don't have that solid foundation for that gun to attach to. Even with this, when you go to draw that gun, your sweatpants or gym shorts are moving quite a bit. You can't get them tight enough to where, in my opinion, that's a solid foundation. But everybody's different. I totally understand that. So if that's you, if that's the type of clothes you wear to go out in, or run what works for you. Now, another everyday carry essential, I think, is a knife. I carry a knife every single day. I use it constantly, all day long at work, personal life, and A knife that I've been carrying lately is this knife from Tyrant CNC. I've seen their gun parts. I've used their gun parts for quite a while. I was unaware that they carried knives, but I've been trying this one out for a little bit. This is a pretty nice knife. It's got your pocket clip, so you can carry that deep in your pocket. That can be swapped side to side, whether you're right or left-handed. It does have a ball bearing right here, so it is very smooth, easy to open. It's very sharp. I've been running this for probably 3 months now. I haven't had to sharpen it or anything. It's been sharp enough, just like it came out of the box. It's got that locking blade, just like any knife you would want. It's got nice texture on the handles, so it gives you pretty good grip. It feels very comfortable in the hand. And again, it's got the little tangs on there to deploy that knife when you need it. And that ball bearing is extremely smooth. You can see how smooth that is. So I've been trying that out for the last few months. That's been an awesome knife. But I do think that a knife is something you should be carrying every day. For me, I don't like a knife that's down in my pocket that I gotta reach in there, dig for something. Something with a clip that's not too bulky, that you can use for everyday activities or anything else you're going to need it for if a situation arises. So like I mentioned in the beginning, I'll have a link in the description that takes you to my website where I'll have more information about all this stuff, whether it's the belts that I've been using, the Neomag stuff, and you guys should check these out. They have belts, there's sentry straps for the ARs, all the everyday carry stuff. They even have mounts that you can hard mount these receivers to, MOLLE attachments, all sorts of stuff. Check them out, as well as the Four Brothers holsters. They're right at the forefront. Anytime a new light comes out, new gun, anything like that, they're coming out with a holster for them, so go check that out. If they don't have a holster, reach out to them. They're cool dudes over there. They're very easy to work with. I don't know how their customer service is, and that's a good thing because I've never had a problem with any of their holsters. But make sure you go check that stuff out. Maybe even save yourself some money. I'll also have a link in the description for the Ballistically Challenge merchandise. Go check that stuff out. Go get you a hat, get you a t-shirt. Help support the channel. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.